You know the story, right? If you're in higher education, you've seen this. Colleges all over the country poured lakhs into building these traditional language labs. It was the gold standard, the big, shiny investment that was supposed to change everything.
But let's be real. This is the reality for so many of those labs today, isn't it? An expensive, empty room gathering dust. It's a classic case of a great idea that just hasn't kept up with how students actually learn now. So what if we could just completely rethink this?
And that's exactly what we're going to talk about. This is about a massive shift, a revolution, really. We're moving away from clunky hardware and physical rooms and into something way smarter and way more flexible. This is the future of educational tech. Okay, first things first. Let's really get to the heart of the issue. We're calling it the empty lab problem. And it's not just about the money that's already been spent. It's about all the other hidden headaches that this old model creates every single day. You know, when you look at this list, what's wild is how it's all a domino effect. The huge cost is just the entry ticket. That physical room, it immediately creates scheduling nightmares. The limited hours mean students can only practice between, say, 9 and 5, and the software itself is often totally static, no personal feedback, and no certification that actually means anything out in the real world. It's just a chain reaction of inefficiency. And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? After sinking so much cash into the first lab, the idea of another huge check is, well, it's terrifying. It feels like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Well, the answer is actually incredibly simple, but really, really powerful. The way forward isn't about buying better hardware. It's about getting rid of the need for dedicated hardware completely. It's all about going with a zero infrastructure lab. And that's where Lanquill comes into the picture. It's a fully AI-powered English lab that doesn't live in a room, it lives in the cloud. It's accessible anytime, from anywhere, on the devices your students already have in their pockets. This is a totally different way of thinking. The old way was all about a huge upfront cost, a capital expense. The Lanquill way? It's operational. You're not buying equipment that gets old. You're unlocking learning for your students, 24/7 with zero physical limits. This table just lays it all out perfectly, doesn't it? I mean, look at the cost. 5 to 10 locks just to set up versus a simple subscription or access, being stuck in a lab versus true 24/7 freedom. But for me, the real game changers are these two right here, feedback and learning. You're going from a teacher maybe getting back to you in a week to instant AI feedback. And you're going from a boring one-size-fits-all lesson plan to a journey that actually adapts to every single student. So, what does all this cool tech actually do for your institution? What's the bottom line? Well, this isn't just another tool. It's a strategic asset. It can literally boost your accreditation. It can be used for academic credits. It gives your teachers incredible data. And it gives your students a certification that is respected all over the world. Let's put a hard number on that NAC point. We're talking about a potential contribution of up to 35 points. For any administrator listening, you know that is a huge deal. That can fundamentally change your institution's ranking and its reputation. And when we talk about that global certification, we're talking about the CEFR. Now, you can think of this as the absolute gold standard for language skills. It means a student walking out of your college has a credential that employers and universities from London to New York will understand and respect. It's basically a passport to global opportunity. Okay, so that all sounds fantastic on paper, but what about the real world? What's the actual impact on the students? I mean, does this thing really work? Let's take a look at the data. And wow, the results pretty much speak for themselves. In a real-world test, student speaking scores jumped from an average of 62 all the way up to 88. That is not a small improvement. That is a life-changing leap in a student's confidence and their ability to communicate. And what's more, over 85% of students who use the platform successfully get that valuable 7-level CEFR certification. This just proves that the system isn't just fun to use, it is incredibly effective at getting real career-building results. So all of this brings us to the path forward. How do you actually move away from that empty lab of the past and start building the dynamic, digital lab of the future for your institution? You know, it really just boils down to this one simple, powerful idea. The choice is to either keep pouring money into hardware that nobody uses, or to start investing directly in what really matters, student success and your institution's prestige. It's a shift from infrastructure to impact. And the best part is, you wouldn't be taking this leap alone.
You'd be joining a movement of more than 300 other colleges that have already made this exact upgrade. The next step is as simple as having a conversation to see how this can work for you. Let's build this future together.
So, I'll leave you with just one final question to think about. When you really look at your current setup, at the results you're getting, ask yourself, is our language lab built for the students of yesterday, or is it ready to empower the global citizens of tomorrow?